Yo, what's up, guys? I know it's been a minute. Yeah, this is we're almost to August, and I know my last video was in like my first exam of my first block. So it's been definitely a long time a long time since this been due. But just wanted to talk to you guys basically over a recap of what's been going on with me and what happened last semester. Just wanted to go ahead and recap everything that's happened. And as you can see, I'm kind of in a different different place. I'm home back in Texas. So yeah, let's kind of get into what happened and why it took so long for this video to come. So I know it's been a minute, so let me just backtrack to, let me see, last thing I remember. So we left off in my last exam. So I realized that making these videos started taking a little bit more time than I wanted it to. So I kind of stopped for a little while to see how the first block would go. And unfortunately, we were cut off by the whole pandemic going on, so we didn't really get to finish our first block in Guadalajara either. So that kind of sucked because now looking back, I really miss Guadalajara and had a lot of fun there. But we got like cut off right before our final exam, and so I remember it was like mid-March. The whole pandemic started happening, and you're like, for me, for example, I was in a foreign country, so I was like, oh, okay, like, am I even gonna be able to go back into the States, and like, what am I gonna do? And so unfortunately, UAG was pretty terrible at the whole timing situation. They told the national students there, because there's two programs. Remember, there's the national program and the international program. I'm in the international program. They told the national students right away that the classes had been canceled, like in class. But it took them like 2 days for us to get like an official statement from them saying like, oh, okay, like, well, classes are canceled. And so it was really annoying because we were there panicking, looking for airplane tickets, looking for a way back into the country, back to, for me at least, and back to Texas. And so that was really annoying. So I remember it was the Friday that this whole thing started happening, and then I was like, screw this, I'm going back home. Like, there's no way that the national students are gonna not be like go into class, and we are gonna be like forced to go into class. So I was like, no, there's no way. So on that same Friday, I bought my ticket for Saturday morning, the next day, and so we were just there frantically gathering our things, or I gathered my things, and I was like, okay, screw this, I'm going back home. I can just not go to class, or this is just probably going to be switched to online classes anyways. And so it would have probably been pretty interesting to record all of that while it was going on, but unfortunately, had a lot of other things going on in my mind. So we I came back home. I was like, you know what, whatever. I came back with basically just a backpack. I didn't bring back anything. Luckily, I brought my laptop and my first aid. I was like, I thought about like leaving my first aid, which would have been terrible, but luckily I didn't. So I came back, and it was like right before our spring break, but in Mexico they call it Semana Santa, which we have 2 weeks off. And so that following week was kind of really all over the place because we didn't have anything going on, and that was right before our final for our block one. And so it was really disorganized. So we basically had like a limbo of 3 weeks where we didn't do anything, and before we got back on the ball and going again. And then that following week after the Semana Santa break, we finally took our block one exam, but everything was online. So they told us, okay, everything's gonna be online. You guys can go back. It was weird though, because they told us to stay, and then they told us to go back. And they were like, oh no, the life of a doctor is very unpredictable, so you guys are gonna have to stay. Like, don't make plans. And then like the next day they told us, oh, you guys can leave. Like, get out of here. This is probably best for you to be with your family. I'm like, that was really annoying, to be honest. But I mean, who can expect a pandemic like this, right? That's not something that you really plan for. But I mean, it could have been better anticipated. But oh well, it is what it is. All right, it's a nice day outside, so I'm gonna continue out here. So we came back, we took our final. It took like a week for them to give us back our grade. I don't know why, but everything went well. We did really good in the first block, which was the fundamentals, just basically going over things that I want to say that we already should know by the time we go in there, but I mean, I guess it's nice that we like get a refresher and like a good foundation on that. And then block two started, which was cardiopulmo and renal. which was amazing. I love that block. It was a lot of fun learning about all the different structures in the heart and the kidneys and in the lungs, etc. So we started with that. First, we started with cardio, and so we basically went through all of cardio, and then we started with pulmonary. After that, we finished pulmonary, and then we did renal at the end. And but and again, all of that was online. It was kind of all over the place again because the professors weren't really used to teaching online, so it was a bit of a steep learning curve. Um, but I mean, we got through it. Nothing too bad. It was really weird knowing that we had to do some clinical aspects of of medicine, right? But we weren't able to do any of that, obviously, because we were all in our homes. So we had like, I know I used my brother for one of the, they made me do like a physical exam on him, which I used him for that and sent him a video. It was kind of weird, but I mean, what can you do in a situation like this where like the world's almost ending, right? But yeah. And yeah, so our semester basically ended in like mid-June, June 18, I think was our final. And we started using this new software, which was really, I thought it was a really cool software, and where you would download the exam and you wouldn't be able to access it only until like the day of the exam, and you would like take it. But it would also record you, so it would like discourage, I guess, cheating from people. So that was really cool because you could download it, and like the fact that you had like unstable internet didn't really matter. So that was pretty good. On one side it was good in being home, but at the same time you had a lot of distractions that I guess you wouldn't have if you're over there in Guadalajara. And so it was good. I was here in Texas, back with my family. It's really nice seeing them. But yeah, it's really weird changing from like all of a sudden everything is in class, because Guadalajara really, or UAG really likes to have everything in person, which I don't really agree with. I mean, I feel like if you can just record the lectures and then put them online, I feel like some students learn better on their own. Except, for example, I know that I learn a lot more from the books than I don't want to like throw shade or anything than from the professors. I mean, I would assume that that's the case in basically every other university, but like with some exceptions, obviously. But I mean, it was really weird the fact that we had transitioned from like everything in lecture to everything online, which again I was all for it. You know, you had to basically use your own time at your own will, so it was really good in that in that case, I guess you could say. But yeah, it was just weird, a weird transition. The Like I said, the professors were really bad at the whole transitioning to online, and so there was some times where we like the lecture would start at like 8 and we wouldn't start until like 9, because sometimes I guess the professors would forget or something. It was really frustrating in that regard. I mean, but as long as I mean, if we kept on doing our thing, you know, just studying on our own, we did pretty well. The block itself was more challenging than the first block, obviously, because it wasn't just like, it was all new things. For the majority, I really like um, the lungs, so I'm really interested in that. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it was really interesting in the way that we had to adapt to basically survive. I'm glad that we didn't have to you know, cancel there were some rumors that the rest of the semester was going to be canceled, and that we were going to have to take like summer school. And so I'm really glad that didn't happen, because I mean, it's a lot of money that we're paying to get our education, and so I'm glad that kept on going. And yeah, and so basically I've just been home like everybody else, every responsible American, quarantining and social distancing. But yeah, so this upcoming semester we have a lot going on. I know for our third block we have uh, gastro, endo, and reproductive. So that's going to be pretty exciting. I heard that block is really tough. So let's see how that goes. Got to make sure that I'm on my A game on that. But as of yet, everything is going to be online. I don't see us returning anytime soon, at least not until January. So there'll probably be a blog of me going to Guadalajara and getting all my things. Like I said, I only came back with like a backpack, so I didn't bring like a lot of my things. So it's really annoying just kind of being here, because I took a lot of my things over there, and then now that they're over there, I can't use them over here, and I'm gonna be here now. So it's really annoying. So I'll probably do a little vlog of me going to Guadalajara and getting all my things back and seeing how that goes, seeing how you know, the whole pandemic is going on over there. But yeah, let's see how that goes. And yeah, we're at the end of July, and we start August 3rd, so that'll be really exciting. I'm really looking forward to starting classes again. I mean, honestly, I've been really bored at home, so I'm glad to get the ball rolling again and start with classes again. So yeah, let's see how that goes. And if you guys have any questions for me about the whole transition um, back to the States and this whole craziness, I know I probably left out a lot of details about what's going on in between, um, but yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions or anything like that. And yeah, let's see how it goes. And hopefully we come out of this hopefully unscathed. And I mean, I know there's a lot of things going on right now, but we got to really do the best that we can, right? So yeah, I'll leave you guys at that, and see you next time.